Alright, so I was complaining in that last video about the unboxing stuff for the Vincent Drug display, that everything was in front of that door and I was kind of getting bored of that backdrop. So how's this for a different backdrop, or slightly different? I am currently down in Daytona, and I just picked up, I don't think you can see it in the back behind me, but I just picked up a small section of retail shelving, and this is going to be the next big thing for the Vincent's Drug display. I literally am going to have a retail style shelf similar to the one that all the masks are on in the movie. Kind of weird to bring a retail gondola into your house and set it up for your collection, but given the nature of what this is, I think it's going to work out pretty darn well. It's only like a 3-foot wide section, so I think it's going to be more than enough for what I want to do. I was kind of looking through the movie yet again the other night, and it's kind of that thing of, there's a lot of stuff on the shelves in Vincent's Drugs. There's basically 3 sections of pegboard shelving that you see. You have the section with the masks on it, you have the section behind Jamie when she's looking at the masks, and then you have the section that Michael Myers pulls his mask from. And all of them have their own little random bits and pieces that are on there, as far as just random Halloween decorations and costumes and stuff. Definitely don't need to have all of it, but there are some key pieces I definitely want to have on my display, and I think this will be just big enough to house kind of what I want and give me a finite stopping point to say enough is enough when I get there. If I ever get there. I'll probably get there pretty quick. Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with a friend for a little bit, and then I will take this thing home and get it set up in the office. Just making some slow progress. Got the shelf into the room, but I do have to move this shelf here, and I forgot this thing was bolted into the wall. So, yeah. Actually, I didn't forget. I just was kind of trying to ignore the fact that I'd have to do that. But yeah, so, at least now I know how far over this needs to be, so I can get real measurements, because before I just kind of rough estimates from the seller. So, just gotta, probably have to take the doors off this thing. I remember it being really front heavy, which is why it's bolted to the wall. So, we'll do that, push it over a little bit, move these posters, and get this thing settled in. I might go run out now, though, and get some the peg hooks from Lowe's that I think should work for this. So that's probably going to be the next step, because that's more fun. And I think I just realized that after putting that shelf on for the second time, I think it's crooked again. So I'll go fix that. Alright, so we got the shelf here in its new home. Originally, I thought I was going to have to lose some of these side shelves, but I was able to just kind of, move a couple things further inward. And I think it works okay. I guess basically from the top down, we got the 2 die cuts up here above it. I may add some of those other die cuts, but these are the 2 that you do see in the film, so I want to include them. I've got my inaccurate spider hanging out here for the time being. Then the 3 main masks that I have so far, so our Don Post Tor Johnson, the Steve Neal updated Seymour, and the Ogawa Studios potential copy of the Traveler's Dracula. So obviously, we've got a few more masks to add, and in the end, it's probably going to end up being a second shelf like this, maybe up here-ish. I might move this shelf down when that one gets added in, to basically have the ones that are scattered around the store. So really it'd be the Dawn Post, the Travelers, and the Vanilla Gorilla from BSS. So those would be up here, and then I would have the lineup from the store. So Seymour, the BSS Drac, the Dawn Post Snake Mummy, and that gorilla mask that I think I might know what is similar to it, but I probably won't find the real thing. Honestly, not looking for vintage copies of any of these. Some modern copies are just fine with me, but those will live on this shelf. I may pepper in, if I find like the candles and some of those things, they may pepper in throughout here. And then down here on the lower level, this is what's going to probably get a lot of filling out, because these are all the little bits and pieces. So we got the horrible skull hanging up here. The Myers mask, once I'm able to punch a hole in the tag for it, he will go pretty much level with the Hang for Freak skull there. I've got a couple Living Nightmare teeth kits. I don't think it's these that you see in the movie. I think one of the things you see a little bit is like a tube of something, but these fit the basic look. You really only see the Living Nightmare stuff popping up over in front of one of the candles. You could tell it's a different like peg hole in it, and I don't think it has the non-toxic on there, but whatever, close enough. We've got our blow mold of the Cat and Pumpkin, and then I got the Jamie Clown mask that I still need to print out the new hang tag for. So it's funny that, like, you know, I was looking at the old display, and I'm like, man, this is already running out of room. And now I feel like I got a lot of room to put in new stuff and do cool things with, and to really make this this display into something fun and unique. So I'm really excited about it. Obviously, as this continues on, I will keep you all updated. I know these videos don't get tons of views, but I enjoy it. I think it'll be fun when I'm done with this project, or when I get to a later stage, to be able to go back and watch the progress of it all coming together. So I'm going to keep documenting it even if nobody's watching. Just to cap off this video, I got my hole punch in and punched a hole in the tag for this mask. Felt kind of wrong doing it, because I know, you know, if I was going to sell this thing down the line, it's probably going to hurt the value that I fucked with the tag on it. But to be quite honest, I think it looks really good like this. I think it's really cool. It doesn't really take away from the hang tag. It just kind of makes it more of an actual hang tag. I did end up gluing some cardboard behind that so that it's a thicker thing for it to hang from, just because this cardstock is pretty thin. I just really didn't trust that to hold up on its own. I'm honestly thinking about getting, I know there's like the stick-on plastic things you could put around here. I'm honestly kind of thinking about getting some of that too, just to double reinforce this thing, because I really don't want it to rip. But I don't know, we'll see how it looks as time goes on a little bit. Tried to match up the height level of this mask with the horrible skull. Might move the horrible skull over just like a peg, even though they do kind of overlap a little bit in the movie. But, you know, more or less the effect I was going for is you could have it in frame where you wouldn't see the hang tag, just like in the film. And then, you know, you could have a hand come in and reach and grab this thing and put it on and scare little kids with it. I repackaged my Tots Jamie mask. So, if you could tell by the look of that hang tag, graphic design is not my passion. First of all, it came out way too big when I printed it, but I figured I'd give it a shot anyway instead of going through the effort of redoing it. I thought I had scaled it to be the same size as the original hang tag, but that didn't happen. I don't know if this mask has an actual name, you know, in continuity. I just called it the Shiny Clown because I thought that kind of fit. It kind of mimicked a little bit of what's on this tag for the HHP mask, so I stole the Silver Shamrock logo and then like the silhouetted pumpkin face and price sticker, just to kind of give it a little bit of added continuity. I didn't put the Vincent Drug directly on the tag. I tried to make it look more like a sticker that was stuck on here. But, you know, overall, I think it came out okay. It's not the best. I might redo it in the future, but I think it works all right. And then we got, you know, just the normal Tots mask hanging down there. So just, you know, a couple little extra additions. There'll be more updates to come, of course, on this, but I'm really excited with how this is turning out.